Wow! What all these words mean? I don't understand. HTML, CSS, and what is the last one? Oh, JavaScript? What does all these words mean?
I heard you, and I can answer one of your questions. HTML is one of the languages that we use for computers, and especially for browsers. Why do we use this language? Because we want to make web pages and websites display text, images, paragraphs, lists, audios, videos, and all these elements so that they can appear on a website. We have to use HTML. For example, let's see this cute little website. We have here a short story about Cat's Day Out. And you can see here that we have this beautiful picture with this little cat inside the car. And then we have the text. We have sentences, we have paragraphs, words, and if we scroll down a little bit here, as you can see, we have also this hyperlink. As I put the cursor on the link, so it becomes underlined, which means that this is a hyperlink, which means that if I click on this, it's gonna take me to another website. Let's do this to see. Let's click, and you see, now I am on another website. This is another story about elephants. But let's go back to our old story. So HTML allows us to place our images in a website and to add sentences and texts to the website and add also hyperlinks and also audios, videos, and all these elements. And this is why HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext means we're gonna add hyperlinks like this one. So this is a hyperlink, and HTML allows us to add hyperlinks to our texts.
Oh, what a beautiful explanation! This is so clear now. Thank you very much. I will use HTML to write my paragraphs and add lists and images and all the elements I want in a web page. But now it's my turn to explain, and I'm gonna explain what CSS is. So CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. CSS is another language that we use for browsers also and for web pages and websites, but this time it's not to add paragraphs and lists and images and audios and videos. This time we're gonna use CSS to style our paragraphs and lists and videos and all these elements. In other words, we're gonna use CSS to change the color of our text, for example, or to change the background color of our HTML page, or to position our elements either in the center of the page or in the left or in the right. We can use CSS also to change the font of our text and to make our text bigger or smaller or bolder. For example, look at this website how many colors and background colors we have. So we have a background color which is orange, and look at this kind of emojis like mini photos, and look here, look at this text font, and look how the background color changes from yellow to orange once I put the cursor on the tab. And look at the last tab in which color it is, and look at these images where they are positioned. So you see, we can do all this with CSS.
Yay! Thank you so much for the explanation. I understand what CSS is for now. Now it is my turn to explain what is JavaScript and what do we use it for. JavaScript is what will allow the website to interact with the user. For example, when we have websites that ask us for our password, or when we have websites that ask us for our email address or for our username, these websites are interacting with us. And to allow this interaction between the website and the user, JavaScript is the best language for that. Also, JavaScript allows us to animate characters. For example, when we make games, we draw our characters. But how can we make them move? JavaScript is the language that makes our characters move.
So, to summarize, are you saying that to make websites, we have to use all the three languages? HTML, CSS, and JavaScript?
Yes and no. Yes, because if you want to make dynamic websites that interact with the user, we have to use the three languages JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. But if you want to make just static websites that don't interact with the user, like for example Wikipedia, so in this case we can use only HTML and CSS.
Amazing! I understand everything now. So let's get started. I'm so excited.